When the moon falls into a partner's ninth house in Synastry, it creates a unique blend of emotional security and intellectual expansion. This isn't the typical cozy fireplace energy of the fourth house or the destined spark of the eighth. Instead, it's a placement that suggests a relationship built on shared horizons, spiritual resonance, and the pursuit of meaning. The lunar explorer, emotional home in the unknown. In astrology, the moon represents our innermost needs, our subconscious habits, and how we seek comfort. The ninth house is the realm of higher learning, philosophy, long-distance travel, and the search for the truth. When your moon sits here in your partner's chart, your very presence tends to stimulate their desire to grow. To the house person, the one whose ninth house is being occupied, the moon person feels like a breath of fresh air. You don't just feel like home, you feel like a home that has windows open to the entire world. There is an inherent sense of safety in exploring new ideas together. If the house person has always been a bit hesitant to step out of their comfort zone, the moon person provides the emotional safety net that allows them to finally take that leap of faith, whether that's booking a one-way ticket to a foreign country or enrolling in a PhD program. Shared philosophy and spiritual safety. One of the most profound expressions of this placement is the alignment of belief systems. The moon person often finds that their intuitive way of processing life matches the house person's overarching philosophy. You don't just agree on what to eat for dinner, you agree on why you're here on Earth. This creates a sanctuary of the mind. In many relationships, discussing religion, politics, or philosophy can be a source of friction. With moon in the ninth house, these discussions are actually where you find emotional intimacy. The moon person feels deeply nurtured when the house person shares their visions for the future, and the house person feels that their highest aspirations are finally being seen and supported on a visceral level. The teacher-student dynamic. There is often a subtle educational exchange here. The moon person may unconsciously mother or care for the house person's intellectual side. Conversely, the house person may act as a guide, introducing the moon person to new cultures, spiritual practices, or ways of thinking. However, because the moon is involved, this isn't a dry, academic exchange. It is emotional. You might find yourselves crying over a beautiful piece of poetry, feeling a soul-level connection to a specific foreign culture, or finding that your most romantic moments happen while wandering through a museum or a cathedral. You are each other's favorite travel companions, both literally and metaphorically. Potential challenges: the ghost of restlessness. No placement is without its quirks. The ninth house is a cadent house, meaning it's focused on movement and change. Because the moon thrives on consistency and the ninth house thrives on the new, there can occasionally be a sense of emotional restlessness. The moon person might sometimes feel that the relationship is too focused on the big picture and lacks enough boring domestic stability. If the house person is always looking at the next horizon, the moon person may feel a bit unmoored. It's important to ensure that while you are off exploring the cosmos together, you also remember to pay the bills and do the laundry. Furthermore, if the moon is poorly aspected, the moon person might feel overwhelmed by the house person's dogmatic beliefs, or the house person might feel that the moon person's emotional moods cloud their clarity and vision. Ultimately, moon in the ninth house is a visionary connection. It suggests a partnership where love is a journey rather than a destination. You validate each other's dreams and make the act of learning feel like an act of love. You aren't just partners, you are fellow pilgrims. The flavor of the moon person's sign drastically changes how they nurture the house person's ninth house world. Here is a brief look at how each moon sign behaves in this placement. Aries moon, this is the spiritual pioneer. The moon person brings an impulsive, fiery energy to the house person's beliefs, encouraging them to take bold risks and fight for their ideals. Taurus moon, a grounded influence. The moon person wants to turn the house person's abstract philosophies into something tangible, like a beautiful home in a foreign land or a practical spiritual practice. Gemini moon, the intellectual nomad. This duo thrives on constant dialogue, books, and short trips. The moon person finds emotional safety in the exchange of facts and curiosity. Cancer moon, deeply sentimental about the beyond. The moon person might feel a soul home connection to a specific foreign culture or find emotional security in a shared family faith. Leo moon, the inspiring muse. The moon person brings drama and warmth to the house person's visions, encouraging them to express their higher truths with creativity and pride. Virgo moon, the discerning student. The moon person nurtures the house person by helping them organize their thoughts and ground their philosophies in daily, useful rituals. Libra moon, the aesthetic seeker. This pair finds emotional peace through shared beauty, art history, or justice-based philosophies. They seek harmony in their worldviews. Scorpio moon, the mystic explorer. This is a profound, often psychic connection. The moon person wants to dive into the taboo or hidden side of the house person's ninth house interests. Sagittarius moon, the most natural fit. Since Sagittarius rules the ninth, this is double energy. There is a wild, joyful need for total freedom and constant expansion together. Capricorn moon, the traditionalist. The moon person respects the house person's long-term goals and may encourage a very structured, disciplined approach to higher learning or religion. Aquarius moon, the rebel visionaries. This pair likely shares a quirky, unconventional philosophy. They find comfort in being outsiders together and exploring futuristic concepts. Pisces moon, the dreamer. A highly spiritual and nebulous connection. The moon person brings a sense of divine unconditional love to the house person's search for meaning. Subscribe and be one click away from checking your relationships anytime you need to.